That's a really astute point. Some of the best sex is sex where you don't worry about the finish line at all. Like whether it happens or when it happens, you just really enjoy playing. In fact, people like in Tantra or edging, they purposely do not come, right? That's a thing. Because I know like you're so right about like that being such a focal point. I've known that sometimes men will fake it like into a condom and then they say like, oh, I'll go take it off because there's nothing in it because they were trying to overperform and do it like 2 or 3, 4 times in a night and they're tired. So it's not just women who fake it. It's a common thing. Men do too. They just maybe they're better liars or something because and it's out of politeness, right? You're trying not to hurt somebody's feelings. But to your point, when people put pressure, we all have a sexual ego, but when you put too much pressure on another person, it doesn't lead to the best sex.
It's your boy SOSO Juve, and I am back in the building. Welcome to another episode of the My 5 Cents podcast. Oh, this episode is all about persuasion. Let me go ahead and reintroduce the cast of characters. We got HLS in the building.
What up?
We got Carl King in the building.
Hey, everybody.
And we got our great guest, the wildly smart, the wildly sexy Amy Taylor in the building.
Hey.
And we are back, and our topic is the 5 worst things to say right after sex. So we're going to go ahead and do a recap of our list, starting off with Carl King, working his way from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. So number 5, I guess, is sorry about that. That's so sad. Number 4, can you not? Because what? Number 3, I wasn't ready. Number 4, where do I leave a tip? And then number 1 is my mom taught me that. And so I do have to clarify, it's not incestuous. It is
no, don't you start
it's like
on your
5th grade
we're
sex
gonna get right into this. We're gonna unpack some things. Don't you start, Carl. Go ahead, HLS, give us your recap.
And for me, at number 5, it's calling your partner by the wrong name. And number 4, I'm surprised I'll still be the climax, even though you're a little bit loose. And number 3, don't worry, it'll heal in a few days. And number 2, I was wondering when you gonna wake up. And number 1, does this look infected?
Oh boy. In my 5-cent recap on the topic of 5 worst things to say right after sex, at number 5, should you call an Uber or should I? Number 4, can you pass me the remote? Number 3, I'm sorry, I usually last longer than this. Number 2, did you come? And number 1, you remind me of my mom so much. So, oh my God, that was tough. Okay. Yeah, so what we're about to do is we're about to get into a little cross-examination. Amy Taylor, do you have any questions for us on our list?
I mean, so many. Well, Carl, you said it's not incest, but my mom taught me, like, okay, elaborate, sir.
Like 5th grade sex education, right? Here's the banana, here's the condom, that kind of thing.
Just talking about good,
not technique, not technique. Definitely not critique.
That sounds real questionable right there. The topic is 5 worst things to say after sex. I don't know. We might be talking technique here. It feels like we're talking technique here.
It feels a little technique-ish.
A little technique-ish. Please explain yourself, Mr. King.
I tried. tried.
That's actually the worst thing to say after sex. You should put that on your list.
that was actually pretty good. I tried.
Just the ball on that one.
I have questions about it. It will heal in a few days. I mean,
yeah. So
it could be.
So it could be a range of things. It could be a range of
Emotional
things.
wounds. Somebody has a humiliation
It could
kink.
be
You get
emotional
insulted.
wounds. It could be scratch marks. It could be bite marks. It could be paddle marks. People are into some things.
So not like surprise anal.
I mean, surprise anal could be a thing too. You never know.
Nobody likes surprise anal.
Nobody likes surprise anal. Nobody likes surprise anal.
Yeah, and then can you not? That's
That was back to Carl. Go ahead, Carl.
I'm sorry. What's the question?
That should have been on your list too.
We need explanations for your can you not.
I'm thinking like toothy blowjob. Like what can you not?
All of the things. Yes. I think anything after sex, you say, can you not?
After somebody says, my mom taught me that. That's what I was saying.
Hey, these are the worst things to say. This is not none of these are laudable.
But here's my thing about your can you not, because actually that was going to be my focus. Because once again, the topic is worst things to say after sex. That sounds more like a before sex like comment. Like you're about to engage and it's like, can you not? Like that's probably the worst thing you want to hear before you want to get into sex or get into sex. Not really after, because after, I mean, you're done. The deed is done.
Yeah. Can you not what? Like, I don't know, fall asleep, leave, cry.
What exactly are we talking about, Carl?
Like,
well, there's literally a wide range of things that happen in intimate relations, and goodness. Like I the amount of places your minds are going. No,
I think we got Carl King blushing.
I think so. The change consultant is changing red.
I'm still trying to think about which one you actually kind of said. You're not going to tell us?
No. So that's HLS.
That's HLS. Yeah. Oh, this is cross-examination. You can ask him anything, Amy. Go ahead and ask him.
Is it classified? Do I get to know?
I did say, don't worry, it'll heal in a few days.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I mean, if
can we get some context?
It was a bite mark.
A bite? Oh man, did you like break skin?
Listen, why you always put my business in the street? HLS likes to do certain things in the bedroom, and a bite mark or two. That's it. Let's just leave it there. That's it.
That's cool. A few days. That's a good bite. A few days.
Consenting adults, right?
Yes.
Yes. All of this is with consenting adults.
Absolutely.
HLS marking his territory. I like it.
100%.
I have had somebody offer to call me an Uber, so that was a bummer. But hey,
it's close to home for you. I get it.
We did it for like a year, but every time after the old thing was done, he wanted like to fall asleep and not have me there. So I don't think he liked me that much, but I liked him. Oh well, that's life. I was fine with that. I'll go home to my dog. That's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
So Drew, with your list, you're number 2. Did you come? Is that really one of the worst things? Because I mean, that to me kind of sounds like, hey, listen, I might have finished early, but did you able to get your nut off? Because I'm concerned about you now. Is there something else I need to do so you could climax?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because going through this list, I was like, am I gonna go all the way left? Like, because I definitely could have went all the way left, but then I thought about the concept.
I think your number 1 did, sir.
Yeah, number 1 did. That's why I was like, hey, we'll keep it calm, and number 1 will go all the way left. That was my strategy. But with that, very much so with this show, it's about edutainment. That's what we always proclaim this show is about, is edutainment.
That's what we claim.
Yeah, so we claim. That's a whole other story. But did you come is a common question that is asked in the bedroom. And when you ask that question, you are putting a lot of pressure on that person on, I have to come or I have to lie about coming.
Yeah.
And we're talking about intimacy. And most of the time, well, no, I can't say most of the time, because, there is opportunities for casual sex. But if you are with your lover and someone that you're really, really into, and you put that kind of pressure on them, you really might be hurting the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's why I have it as number 2, because I do believe that it's a common thing that is asked. Because once again, from talking about last week, we talk about the ego, right? And really that question is more about your ego than it really is about the other person.
That's a really interesting point. Some of the best sex is sex where you don't worry about the finish line at all. Like whether it happens or when it happens, you just really enjoy playing. In fact, people like in Tantra or edging, they purposely do not come, right? That's a thing.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, you're so right about like that being such a focal point. I've known that sometimes men will fake it like into a condom and then they say like, oh, I'll go take it off because there's nothing in it, because they were trying to overperform and do it like 2 or 3, 4 times in a night and they're tired. So it's not just women who fake it. It's a common thing. Men do too. They just, maybe they're better liars or something, and it's out of politeness, right? You're trying not to hurt somebody's feelings. But to your point, when people put pressure, we all have a sexual ego, but when you put too much pressure on another person, it doesn't lead to the best sex.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think even in a go ahead. I'm sorry, Amy.
Oh, I was going to say, what if like somebody talked about their ex right after sex and you knew that was like on their mind? That would suck for me.
That's
like,
tough. That's tough.
Well, we're going to ask you about your 5 cents. We're going to want to know what your 5 cents on the topic in a second there. So we'll hold that for that. Go ahead, Carl.
No. I was going to say that, your number 2, I think could be the basis for a good and safe relationship where like it's you're asking about someone else, their feeling of like, do you feel like you were taken care of? Like it was, it's nurturing and it's, it's actually like, let's make sure that we're both satisfied here.
Correct.
This isn't just about me. This is about both of us.
Correct.
And I understand that. Once again, going into the topic, it's right after sex. This is when this conversation is happening. It's not like, okay, we had sex, we've cuddled and this, that, the third. And then it's like, hey, what could I do to perform better? Because that I do believe is very much, I agree with everything that you said, but it's the timing of it. Like, I just nutted. Hey, did you come?
If she gets up to go get food, she didn't. Sometimes it's not about the guy. Like sometimes he could be like the best fuck on planet Earth, and you're just too tired or something.
Yeah.
Could be that.
Both, right? Both
Right,
could be
stressed,
absolutely.
tired, whatever.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
legit. But I was wondering when you were gonna wake up. What?
So listen.
So how long after the sex is this comment being made? Like I have so many questions with are we talking about Sleeping Beauty? Like what are we talking
It's one of
about
the worst things to say after sex. That's it. I mean, you could have had a drunk night. You could have passed out. Maybe you could have started and then you didn't realize someone was snoring. You mistaken it for a moan because you're so drunk yourself. You never know.
Yeah, you're in fairyland with that one. Oh my goodness.
They were snoring.
She did wake up. She's not dead.
Yeah.
Like,
that is a positive. That is a positive.
Then you got to get a rug and roll her up. Then you got all kinds of jokes. People don't at me.
Yeah. So, Amy, it feels like we're at decision time.
I think it's the time.
We need to know who is in third place. Who had the worst list this week?
I don't. This worst. That's terrible. I mean, it's so. I'm sorry, but yours is the most normal, so I'm gonna put you third. It's nothing. It's not that it's not great. I'm sorry. It's just because it's not quite as ribald and shocking and terrible as the other two.
Yes, I know. I went with a more of this is probably practical things that would actually be said approach. So could have went all the way left, but our people's poll they definitely went left. So I can't wait to share the people's poll. So I'll take my third place.
Now we don't care about who's number 2. We just want to know who's number 1. Who had the best list?
I mean, it's you, because between somebody like injured asleep intrigues me, and then the second thing is just so it's It's intriguing, and the first one is disgusting.
And concerning.
Sir, you've gotten your first win in the first time in like 9 months. And
What do
you're
you
flexing.
mean?
What is
Yes,
going on?
yes. I'm taking my time at the top, and I'm doing my flex dance. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm the champion this week. That's it. Don't rain on my parade. Don't rain on my parade.
You know what? I'm not, because it's quite fitting that your name is the habitual line stepper, and our topic is all about line stepping. So of course you would win this topic. This was built for you there. So
Sometimes it bees like that.
sometimes. So Amy, we want to know, what is your 5 cents on the topic?
I mean, the worst. Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I mean, I was going to make a joke about like, so when's our next appointment? Like as if it's a dentist visit, but of course that's a little too close to home in my life. Yeah, maybe like somebody saying like something that's really like clinical, like did you leave the money on the nightstand, or when's our next visit? Or something distracted, like you kind of did with the remote thing, but like, did you remember to turn off the stove, or like something that's just absolutely not romantic, like that their mind is elsewhere, because I'm in my 40s now and I'm going to troll young girls, something like do you mind if I take a selfie, or can I take pictures, like anything that's totally like addicted to like
that one, I don't know how I'd react to. I'd be like, are you serious? Like, you
Right,
want to
just-
take a selfie right now?
I mean, some guys might be into it with just their dong in the photo, but like, I mean,
as long as it doesn't end up on the Insta, I guess, right?
most people like privacy, so yeah, they probably would not like that. Something like I'm still waiting for the finale. Like, was that just a teaser, or like, are you actually done? Like, is this over? Because like obviously I didn't come.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you mentioned about exes.
Yeah, let's rebring that one for 5. Is that 5? That's 5.
That's five.
That's 5.
That's
Yeah,
number
something
5.
like my ex did it better than you, or something like that. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely pretty bad. How about this? Can you give us a bonus one? What is one that you have either heard or you have said yourself?
Oh,
I did have a guy like right after sex show me a picture of his ex-wife, who was very beautiful, and wanted me to acknowledge how gorgeous she was, because clearly he was like missing her.
wow.
And I didn't know what to do because he had been dumped, and clearly after fucking me, he was thinking about that he would have rather been with his ex, and she was gorgeous. It was not wrong, but like it was crushing. I was like, yeah, obviously you don't want to be here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh my god, that one's pretty brutal. Yeah, that's number one for sure. Oy.
It was, I mean, it was still sex. It still felt good. So whatever. I got laid. So
There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. So
you got to
Amy
look at
Taylor.
the positive sometimes.
Yes. So Amy Taylor, what we did is we went ahead and we asked the people what they thought on the topic, and social media was on fire for this one. This one got comments out of the wazoo. So I picked the top 5 there according to kind of the votes there, and at number 5, kind of going with HLS's bite marks, but thanks, Grandma. Here's your dentures back, and that's by your mom, sweet ass.
Wow.
At number 4, you have Your Dad Was Better, and that's by Femboy Milk Sipper. Yes. And at number 3, we have Gimme a Sec. Just got to call my mom and tell her she's going to be so proud. And that is by Quantum Watto. At number 2, and this one I think could definitely be a real one. I can't find the keys to the cuffs.
Ooh. Yep.
And,
Yep.
Yep. And that's by Presentation Nice 7043. And number 1, the most popular one, was That'll Do, Pig. That'll Do. And that is
Wow.
quoting from the movie Babe. I don't know if you guys remember that movie at the end, but that'll do, pig. That'll do. And that is from Day This FW. So the people, I acknowledge all of y'all because y'all really came out. There was like over 1,000 comments on this thing. So thank you for everybody who contributed to the People's Poll this week. So Amy, what we also do is we ask artificial intelligence, we ask AI what it thinks on the topic. And HLS, give us what AI's perspective is.
Yeah. So AI, they had some doozies. Number 5 they had, that was interesting. And number 4, it's kind of been said, but a different way. Can you leave now? And number 3, I think you should go get tested.
Oh yeah, that was big. That I saw that in the people. So I said, "Oh my gosh, I almost want to put that on my list, but I didn't come up with it."
And number 2, kind of like what you said, Amy, but a little bit different. My ex used to do this thing where,
yeah, ouch.
and the number 1, was that it? Was that it?
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my worst thing that I've heard in the bedroom. I think.
What's the worst thing you
Nothing.
said?
All compliments, only compliments for you.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it wasn't that this was bad. It just really threw me off. It was like afterwards, she said, "Hey, do you eat ass?" And I was kind of like, I said, wait a second. And mind you, this was like a one-night stand thing. Like I just met you, like at the club. Your ass was sweating all night, and now your ass needs to eat your ass.
Said not tonight.
It was after like you're done, and she's. Well, I mean.
Yeah.
Satisfied.
Is that like, do you validate?
This was legit a one-night stand. And yeah,
hers or any ass, all the asses. Like
what's that?
God.
I mean, that's a weird thing to like. I feel like it should just happen organically. I don't know.
No. She wanted to know, hey, do you eat ass? And I don't know if that was the prerequisite to round 2, but it was definitely the prerequisite to me not calling again. That's for sure.
I wonder, did you ask her if she did? No, you're just like
no. I was too confused. I was like, time out. Wait. I need a break. I wasn't ready.
Odd. Yeah, and not after clubbing all night. You need like that's after the shower kind of action.
Yeah. You need to go back to the hotel and wash their hair.
What do you think of shower sex? I think it can be very overrated depending upon the shower.
It depends on the shower. You gotta have a good shower. You gotta have a big shower. If you have a good big oh my god, yeah,
multiple shower heads help. Otherwise, one person's getting waterboarded and the other one's fucking freezing.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. There's got to be a place for leverage. You got to be able to lever yourself a little bit. Like, yeah, it's.
I once was giving head in the shower. TMI, enjoy fans, as you do, boyfriend. And he was blocking the water, but then he moved, and it was like a fire hose to my face. No one wants that. It was like in my nostrils, like because I'm down on my knees. It was bad.
My god! So you're doing one of those like nasal cleanse, right? Where you like put the tube up and it comes out the other nose. Like you're doing those
neti pot.
Oh my god! So I don't know how we got here, but really and truly, Amy Taylor, this is the part of the show where you get to shout out any projects that you're working on, or how can we get in contact with you on social media?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing a shoot in New York next week they're going to go on a couple of magazines and newsstands, probably an international L, but that's being negotiated by the publicist. So they'll be somewhere. So keep in touch with me on socials. It's Amy Taylor NYC on pretty much all of them. It'll be pretty pictures that you can look at if you guys care. And yeah, if you want to keep up with my nonsense ramblings, come say hi.
Absolutely. So reach out to her, say hi, very personable. So we are at the place where we are about to say goodnight to the people, and I will start us off. Amy Taylor, your decision-making was quite questionable. I'm not sure if you went into the right direction. Yeah, we could have went all the way left. Yes, anybody could have looked these up on a jokes book or in Google. That's where HLS lives. But my stuff was real. This was the real deal that people could actually say. And I am heartbroken. Now I'm going to go eat some ass. Good night, people. Carl King, go ahead and say good night to the people.
Oh, my God. Well, everybody, this has been a journey. It's been fun. It has been enlightening. Fortunately, we didn't get any scars that we have to heal from. And Yeah, we we hope to see you soon. Thanks, y'all, for joining.
All right, and HLS and our champ for the week, finally.
Yes. Put some respect on my name. Amy, you stepped in the right direction. You made the best choice possible. And I want to give a special shout out to my friend Allie, who, you know who you are out there, Allie. You know who you are, and I apologize. But we good now. We good.
Damn, Allie. You went through Sally, Sanat, Sarah. It was like a DMX video going on there. He was naming all the names. This was terrible.
Me and Allie are good now. Me and Allie are good now.
You and Allie are good now? Okay,
Yeah,
great.
we good.
That'll do, Pig. That'll do.
And Amy Taylor and our wonderful guests for tonight. Please say goodnight to the people.
Thanks for your kindness. Every time, jokes aside, sex, a topic people love and hate. Every time you humanize somebody who's made even questionable choices, as I have, it really helps. It helps people see us as human beings, even if they don't like or disagree. It's still a human just doing the best they can. And so, humor aside, thanks for your kindness and your open-mindedness. It matters.